Spurs on Sunday, our first trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Sam, what have you made of their season so far, and what type of test are you expecting down there on Sunday?
The usual pressures. Tottenham of where are they going to finish? What are they going to achieve? Are they going to try and win a trophy in what's been, everybody has told me, one of the most magnificent stadiums in the world now? So that comes unfortunately with no fans, which means that is an advantage to us. Why I say that is because for the first time ever, I believe that there are more away wins in the Premier League this season than are home wins. So we don't have to deal with that pressure, but we do have to deal with whatever Tottenham's going through at the moment, a talented squad and a very talented manager. So I have to get my team on top of its game. It has to produce its best performance on Sunday to try and achieve a result against Tottenham. I think Jose, with his load, will change his team, will change his system, and we have to get ready for that and deal with it, whatever players he chooses to pick, because his load is obviously Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, over these next few days. So any fatigue in there we can take advantage of, we must be ready for, and that means we must be in the game right to the very, very end. We must be in a position to pick up points in this game right at the very, very end of it.
Two of the new lads through the door signed on deadline day, Okai and Ainsley. What's the situation with them, Sam? Have they been in training yet?
Ainsley's been in training. Okai hasn't been in the building. I think he's due today. He has had, like most players you get on loan, apart from Mbaye, he's had limited first team games in Spain. So there will be a little downside to his physical side of his game, not his tactical and technical side of his game. We think that's pretty good. So this is the Premier League, one of the most physical leagues, if not the most physical league in the world of football. So we'll maybe need to do a little bit of catch up in between games to build his overall fitness levels, and then obviously use him from the start, from probably the bench, and introduce him to the Premier League slowly. I know we haven't got a lot of time, but the last thing I want to do is put a player on that's not ready to hit the ground running, and I think that would be detrimental to the player himself and to the team, because obviously if he doesn't perform to the level everybody expects right from the very beginning, there's more and more criticism starts flying out there, which is not good for anybody. So I have to choose the right time, and when's the right time to get him on the pitch, to feel the pace and the physical presence of this Premier League, and hopefully he can adapt very quickly. There is no guarantee that will happen. It's always a risk. In January, everybody knows the risks in January, none more so than me. But I hope I'm fortunate enough to have managed to do that at the other clubs I've been at. Hopefully that I'm fortunate enough and lucky enough these two players can do that when we've started bedding in and arriving here. Obviously the hard work done behind the scenes for all the staff here behind the scenes at West Brom, with obviously at the top Ken and Luke, about the hard work that's put in, and about all the hard work in from Chief Scout and the players that have come in, that have committed, and of course the backroom staff that we've searched high and low to try and find and try and bring into the club the best players we possibly could. Being on loan has been a very difficult task, and I think that what we've achieved has been quite remarkable in this window, and hopefully that will pay off. No guarantee, but it's a thanks to everybody from me particularly, because I'm in the hot seat, as it were, and they've tried to support me in the players that have been brought in, and hopefully that will help the team to get better. When somebody comes in from another club, they haven't got those fears. They haven't got that anxiety, and hopefully they can play more freely right from the start, and that will lift the psychological barriers that some of the players are maybe suffering from at the moment, as well as ourselves continuing to work in all areas from that department, not just mentally but also technically and tactically. And the new players will help that by arriving at the club and hopefully playing with no fear and showing what skills and abilities they've got, which will hopefully be greater than what we already have in this squad. I am not knocking the effort and the determination and the will to try and turn the results around by the squad we have at the moment, but I personally think, in my professional opinion, they need help based on all the experience that I've got, and hopefully that help will come not from just me and the coaching staff now behind the scenes, but also the new players who will be on the pitch to for them to look around and say, yeah, we're going to get better, yes, we're going to achieve more, yes, we're going to get better results, and hopefully that will happen as quickly as possible.
And just finally, Sam, any injury concerns heading down to North London?
Only fatigue. I think Grady's back with us training. Only fatigue, and obviously the biggest thing is obviously strange new players coming into the squads, to try and integrate them into the players that are already here as quickly as possible, make them feel comfortable, make them feel welcome, and look forward to them playing with the players that are already here. And hopefully that integration can be done very, very quickly, and we can start giving a little bit more joy to our West Brom fans who are waiting at home and looking and watching and being disappointed far too many times this season. We want to lift their spirits as well as lift our own, and give ourselves a fighting chance to try and get out of this very difficult position.